Hi everybody, my name is Charlie Gio and welcome back to the AVS show. I am here with Manny Man in the building, Odera, and of course Yazzie, and we're here to bring you the hottest of the hottest topics, okay? And as you know, every now and then we go into the Western news and we talk about news trending, you know, in the Western world, right? And before we go into that, please make sure to subscribe to our page. Go on Instagram and add us the AVS show, okay? All right, so let's dig in. Yazzie, what do you have for us?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I already know where this is going.
Yes, so once I say that, you guys already know I'm going to be talking about Wendy Williams. Now, they're saying that Wendy Williams might be having a breakdown. As you guys know, she's been off her show for the past week or so, and I believe she's going to be off it till, I think, March 21st.
Wow.
She's not in her purple chair, which is so odd because we're used to Charlie. We're used to seeing Wendy in the purple chair.
Yeah.
According to her, she's sick, and her doctor said that she needs 3 weeks off. However, I don't know if you guys remember last year, October, she fainted live on camera, and her staff members are very, very worried about her, and they've been, you know, they're like, Wendy never ever misses a show. She's very, very hardworking. So a lot of people are saying that, is she really sick? Is she having a mental breakdown? A lot of people are saying she doesn't look healthy. So, like, what's really going on? And as we all know, we spoke about this before, her husband is literally living next door with a totally different woman. So people are, like, really, really worried. Wow. But she said she has Graves' disease, which is a disease that affects your thyroid.
Wait, you don't believe that? You don't believe that she has that?
I'm very worried about Wendy. It's not that I don't believe. I'm genuinely, you know, I always laugh at her. I always make jokes. But at the end of the day, I support her. She's done so much. She's had a very, very long career in the media. She's definitely a role model, somebody to look up to if you want to be in this industry. And I'm genuinely very, very, very worried about her because someone so healthy, so vibrant, for her to like faint on camera, she's not been looking good, and now 3 weeks off. I don't know what's wrong, but I'm concerned.
Okay, so Wendy is very, very hardworking. Yeah. So ever since she started her talk show, she has never missed a day. No, I'm serious, like never missed a day.
I know.
So I think the time out for her is good. Take care of yourself because people don't understand that as the host of the show, she's responsible for a lot of people. So if she doesn't work, the cameraman doesn't work. You know, the sound guy doesn't work. If she doesn't work, you know. So I'm praying for Wendy. Ever since she fell off, she's been looking fragile and fragile. And please, Wendy, stop losing the weight. It's okay because her boobs is out. You know, the balance is not right. It's like when she's trying to go forward, the boobs is taking her backwards. When she's trying to move backwards, the boobs is taking. So please, stop eating. No, continue eating. And stop losing weight because it's too much. And eat some meat. You know she doesn't eat meat, right? So I think that's also one of. I'm not a doctor, but get some food in that system so you can be healthy. That's what I gotta say.
I used to be such a big fan of Wendy until started doing too much. But I still really I'm concerned about her as well. I feel like a lot of people in this industry forget to take that time to take care of themselves.
Yes.
And because she talks so much smack. You know,
so it's karma?
No, not karma. Hey, I don't say karma.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because a lot of people do say that she
karma. No, but I feel like because she talks so much smack, she doesn't want to be seen weak. She doesn't want to be seen as vulnerable, you know, so which is why she has gone hard. So there's really literally nothing they can take. And then now, possibly with her disease and possibly with the things going on with her marriage, she wants to go hard, but her body is literally like fighting her against it. So.
Because when that news broke about her husband possibly cheating on her, she came out and said that there's nothing going on. Everything is good. Which we have proof. TMZ obtained the pictures and all of that. Video evidence, and she still came out and said there's nothing going on. We're good over here. So you know, sometimes it's good to show that side so people can sympathize
someone
with
like
you.
Wendy doesn't have the ground to do that because she's not let anybody else be weak. Mariah, I used to be a fan. I used to enjoy it until she was forgetting that these celebrities that she's talking about are also humans too. She was just going too hard, like, oh, get it together. Oh, Mariah Carey dating who was like,
she's says it as she means it.
She
like
says it, but then as somebody in the industry, she should also be able to relate that you just because cameras are on you all the time doesn't mean that you always have your stuff together. Like,
but you say the same thing too off camera. But I think the difference between you and her is probably her being in front of the camera and just saying it. Yeah.
And they're saying it so nastily, especially I said I used to be a fan. I used to watch this religiously, and there's something she would say, like even the audience would be like,
but
you'll be gagging.
You know,
if even though she talks a lot of smack, I think that people would still like her. People would still watch her if she would be honest about her life, because it's real life. If your husband is cheating on you, that doesn't make you weak. You're not him. If he's messing up, that's not something that you caused. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's on him. If he wants to be the fool to mess up what you have, the marriage, and I think it would be nothing to admit it or talk about it, kind of like how Cardi B does. You know, things came out about Offset, and Cardi said, okay, hey, maybe he did this, he did that, but that's my man. I love him, and it's none of your business if I want to be with him. For my reasons, for whatever reasons, I still want to be with him. Screw y'all. You guys are not in my regular life, so I don't see anything wrong with this. But do you guys think that, this is the question I was wondering, do you think that maybe, you know, if this was the African industry, would we say that somebody did black magic or voodoo on her?
If it was Africa, definitely straight karma.
I was going to get to that.
Everything has gotten back to her.
I don't really have much to say, only just to say the sarcastic side of it, what people are saying. Some people said 50 Cent finally hit her. And some other people...
50 Cent did post something about
some other people said, she said Beyonce uses autotune and Beyonce shouted at her.
You don't mess with the beehive.
You don't mess with the beehive. Because
everybody's like, get your clap back.
Yes, because the week after she made that comment was the week that she made that announcement saying that she has to go away. So everybody was like trying to make that connection. They will come for you.
That's what I'm saying. She's been so harsh. It's very hard for people to feel bad for her because the same exact thing is what she would do. I can't remember who she was talking about one time that said they were sick, and she said, are they really though? You know, no. But you know that type of thing. Wendy said, she's like, she said she's sick, but we know, you know, like she says all this type of thing. So her being in this position now, it's very hard for everybody else to show compassion.
Yes. You know what's funny? Everybody here knows that normally when we talk about Wendy, I go hard on her because I feel like she goes so hard on people that someone needs to go hard on her. But for the first time when I read this story, I was just like, damn, like, you know, she is human too. You know what I mean? And she is a woman, and we are in Women's Month, and I just kind of feel sorry for her. That's the difference
between you and her, because she doesn't do this. She will see Patsy and say, well, she never does this. So that's probably why you go further than her. You know, nobody's going to be.
All right, Wendy Williams, if you're watching,
feel better.
Feel better. We're praying for you and how you do it. Let us know. All right, so Odera, what do you have for us? What's the next topic?
So, Usher has just recently divorced his wife, who he secretly married 2 years ago.
So he was married?
He was married. Even like, listen, even me, I was so surprised. It was a secret wedding, and I guess I completely forgot. I remember the headline now, but yeah.
I remember there was a headline.
There was a headline where Usher secretly got married. Yeah, so 2 years and it's over. And this is his second divorce. He was married to Tamika before. And now, TMZ and Media Takeout, most especially, are you know, saying that it might be because of Amara La Negra. Okay. So there are pictures of Usher driving her in his car, and they were pictured together. And you know how Media Takeout is, you know, they're always trying to catch that tea. So they were posing, is it because of Amara La Negra that he divorced his wife? Or was the marriage already on the rocks before he got to her? And then they're like, is Amara La Negra a homebreaker, or is she just trying to get on the come up?
So wait, who is this Amara girl? Is it the one from Love and Hip Hop?
Love and Hip Hop,
that Afro-Latina girl. And that girl is beautiful. Though.
She is sexy. She
can make any man break up.
All I want to say is, Usher is not going to get it right till he gets over his mommy issues.
Ooh.
If you notice, Usher always dates a woman. He was dating Chili. Chili was in her 40s. And don't get me wrong, Chili's absolutely beautiful. I think she just turned 49. Her birthday was like this month or something. She's stunningly beautiful.
The girl is 48.
Exactly. He likes to date older women. Yes.
But he likes to date. Is not older than him.
No.
So finally.
If he is dating her, maybe this is it. Maybe he finally met someone that's around his age, somebody that he can relate to. And
so all the women Usher has dated have all been older than him. All of them.
You know, most of the ones that he's dated that are popular, that he's taken serious. Even Tamika Foster, his ex-wife, was also older than him.
Dancing around the issue. Last year we spoke about Usher, right? When the herpes thing came out.
Oh yeah.
Do you think it has any effect on this decision?
Yeah.
Because I mean, they made a statement and they said, after much thought and consideration, we have mutually decided to separate as a couple. So I think there's something that they're not telling us. I want to know why y'all broke up.
But then, I mean, for there to be rumors about him and Amara La Negra, and for it to be mutual, they didn't say irreconcilable differences. Do you understand? But this time it's a mutual agreement. No, think about it. Like, if it was the herpes thing, I feel that she would have.
It's probably the herpes thing. And like I said before, once you get herpes, it's for life. So Amara, if you're watching, you better run for the hills. Because when it comes, you're not gonna know.
But are you sure?
Are you sure?
I said probably because herpes, there's no cure now. So once you have it, you have it for life.
As a woman, or not even as a woman, when you go and you date a sex symbol like Usher, because let's face it, Usher's been a sex symbol since he was 15 years old. Mm-hmm. You know the risk of what you're dealing with. Usher doesn't have to go out to find women. Listen, 20 women will jump on him all at the same time, and they'll all be happy to be jumping on Usher at the same time. So these are all risks that you have to think about and put into consideration before you go into AIDS, chlamydia, gonorrhea, I mean, whatever other STDs you could think of, because he's a sex symbol. So, I mean, that could be a possibility, the strain of that. But I really just think he seriously really needs to solve his mommy issues. And he always does these secret weddings because his first wife as well, you know, his mom wasn't with the wedding. So they canceled the first wedding. His mom didn't want him. And he went behind his mom's back and married her secretly as well. So if you're running around with these secret marriages, I mean...
For someone who is always singing about love and love songs,
you
suck at finding love yourself. And he was seen at the pre-Oscar parties, hugging people and in a good mood. So I don't know, man.
I highly doubt that girl has anything to do with your breakup. The reason that I say that is to divorce someone, I feel like normally you don't just get up and divorce your husband, right? Before you divorce someone, like, you think about it, you take steps. So unless he's been seeing her for a very long time, unless he's been seeing like the Negra girl for a long time.
Miami is close to Atlanta. You never know.
Yeah, Miami is close to Atlanta, so it's possible. His wife actually found out about that, and she decided to just leave him. 2 years is not a long time.
Possibly, but in reference to what someone said that Usher sings about love a lot.
I did.
You did? Okay. It's so funny because, example, someone like Cardi, who always thinks about being a slut and being a hoe and go sleep with other people's men. Ever since Cardi has been the public eye, she always has only one boyfriend.
That you know of.
That you know of on TV.
That you know of.
No.
I'm just saying.
She used to date Tommy. She used to date girls. She used to date girls. When Tommy was in jail, I'm a big Cardi fan. I used to follow her on social media.
She's sexually fluid.
Yeah.
The point I'm making is about her. She can be bisexual, whatever. Her sister's a lesbian, so it's not surprising. But the point that I'm making is she's rapping, and all these young girls are listening to it, and they're out here being thoughts, doing all these crazy things. But she's not doing it. That's the only point that I'm making. Well, because she was in a public. Tommy was in jail, but she would always talk. Everybody knew she had that one boyfriend, and she always talked about how she was faithful to him and that. And then from him, she went on to Offset. So as long as she's been in the public eye, she hasn't been thoughting that.
I mean, it goes back to. I understand what you're saying. It goes back to, let's say Beyonce singing about single ladies, but she's not single. She's married with kids.
That. It's just music.
It is just music, but
just to appeal to the fans.
Usher, I don't know where you're gonna go from here. Maybe you need to call that girl. Remember the big girl? That remember we spoke about her. I forgot her name. Maybe call her.
I wonder.
She has not enough love to go.
I wonder if she's gonna listen to Let It Burn, because I remember there was a time that I was going through a breakup, and that album really helped me. I was singing every day, like, these are my confessions. I was like all into it. I wonder if that album is gonna help her out.
I don't think he needs to jump into another relationship. Just take your time. Just chill.
But what do you think about the pictures? I mean, she was in his car.
You mean Amara?
Yeah, like what is that? Especially since like Usher is not really
going to the studio,
so you can do music.
Yeah, maybe
you can share rights anymore without people.
So that beautiful, that luscious. Okay.
All right, maybe they're working on an album or something.
You never know. They're working on something.
Or maybe, or maybe he went to relieve some divorce stress.
You never know. Let us know in the comments. Okay.
All right, burn.
We're gonna move on though.
Literally with the herpes.
T-Money, what is going on with what else you have for us?
Yeah, there's something interesting I found. I thought I should share. And there is this beautiful school, an elementary school in Philadelphia, and now they made a promise to the elementary students that if they can pass through the whole year without fighting, they will give them monetary rewards. So they'll give them cash for not fighting, and it's called a monetary incentive, and it's been working because for the past couple of months, the rate of fighting has dropped from 17% to 8%.
Nice.
So if you don't fight, they'll give you money at the end of the year while you walk through the school. What do you think about it?
I saw that article.
Has there been an issue with fighting in the school?
Very much.
It's very big
was
issue.
very
You
high
know,
before.
Philadelphia is kind of like a rough city.
Rough city. Okay,
It is.
so I mean, anything that's gonna help it work. My only issue is that these are elementary school children, right?
Grade 8.
Giving them, is that not bribing them?
But it's only $100 for the whole school year, and you have to graduate to get that $100 as well. Okay. You only get the $100 when you graduate. If you go
through school
without fighting and you walk.
Is it when you graduate? I thought it was like, but that doesn't even matter. $100 is not much. To me, I think it's a good idea. I don't think it's bribe.
But like for me, it's just like, what are you teaching children? Because they're going to leave school, they're going to go into the society. Society does not pay you money if you don't fight. If you fight, you're going to get your ass in jail. That's what's going to happen. So telling them to, don't fight, we'll give you money, is giving them a false impression of reality. Because they're not going to go to middle school, high school, college, and be like, I'm not fighting. How are you going to reward me? No, little kid, you're not supposed to fight.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's always a reward for good behavior, right? So if it's money, if it's a book, if it's a dictionary, if it's a Bible, it's all reward. So I just feel like they just use it to control the attitude of the people in Philadelphia, or rather the kids in Philadelphia.
I am so happy that you mentioned good behavior, because when I was in school, I was one of the best kids on campus.
I don't believe it.
Excuse me, you don't believe it? You don't believe it? I brought proof. How about that? I brought receipts.
He brought receipts.
Story for the guys.
You don't believe it?
Sure.
There you go. Best behavior.
Charlie, you printed this
excuse me. Give it.
This is from Google.
Yazzie,
Wait, let him shine. Let the brother shine.
Listen, let me shine.
Let him shine.
Good behavior.
Yeah.
Good behavior.
You said good behavior.
So what I'm saying is, the point I'm trying to make is, for the Leadership Academy, you guys owe me money. So run me my money, because I was good. I didn't fight. I had all A's.
That's actually a very good school. It's a very good school.
Excuse me.
It's the type of school fights don't happen there.
Roosevelt? They're always fighting in that school.
It was inside Roosevelt. I thought it was inside Fordham University.
It's inside Roosevelt, and I was a good person. After school, I carry my bag and I go home. Mind my business. So if they're watching, run me my money. I need my money. I need my coins.
That's what I'm saying. How many people are they going to pay? Like, the people that fight are in a lower percentile than people that are not fighting. Fighting is like one-off thing. Few people that are bad. That's why they call them bad eggs.
No, I understand what you're saying though, but because if you live in an African household, you better not fight. Your mother is going to come
and
with,
fight you.
with
I got in a fight in school one time, and my mom and my auntie came, and as I sat in front of the principal's office, before the principal even opened it, my mom was like, "Whop," and then my auntie was like, "Whop," and I was just there like, and then whop. The principal was like, "Oh, I see, Yasmin, your mom has this under control." I was like, God.
No, but there are lessons to be learned here, and the lesson is you're seeing all these kids fighting. You have to end it. So one of the ways I think will be beneficial will be this: reward the good ones. So when the bad ones see that you're rewarding the good ones, they will change. But also it goes back to what you're saying. Don't expect money, like the way I'm expecting money right now, because it doesn't always work.
I understand what you're saying.
But how did they do in Nigeria? Rewarding good.
End of year prize. They'll wrap something. It will be one. But I went to an all-girls boarding school. Worst 6 years of my life. But like they will wrap all these etiquette books, how to behave like a lady, all sorts of that's what they get. I didn't get any, but I wasn't badly behaved.
Why didn't you get any? And you were not badly behaved.
Because
but you look like those people that like to fight.
I've never fought in my life.
I've never fought. Okay, you've been beating them. You have never fought.
I've never beaten anybody in my life. I've never fought in my life.
But at least something happened.
Do you see my color? Do I look like someone that wants to fight?
Excuse me. Oh, you're going there with color? But what did they do to the bad ones?
What she's trying to say is that she doesn't have any marks.
Exactly.
She doesn't mean color like skin color, but when you fight a lot, you have a lot of scars and a lot of,
you fight with your mouth.
She doesn't have any.
That one I won't lie.
Let me tell you what they do to the bad students in Ghana when they behave bad. They give them a big plot of land.
To give them.
Yes.
No, I remember the little schooling that I remember in Ghana. They used to use cane.
No,
they used to
I remember like there was a cane.
Look at the marks that I have, Yazzie. And this is all because of
So all those certificates were for what?
No, this one was when I came to America. I learned my lesson.
Printed those on
when I came to America. But no, because in Ghana, in Africa, when you misbehave, the cane is right there.
Yeah.
So you better not. So when I see the cane,
That's true.
So
I agree with what you're saying, that they shouldn't expect money rewards, but I hope that it can maybe help train them. Because let's say if a kid is normally getting into a fight once a month, if they don't get in a fight for a long time, maybe it will just help them realize, like, look, I don't need to fight. It's not necessary. And also, most of the time, these kids are fighting over nothing. So maybe as they grow older and they get more wise and more common sense, it will help them realize, like, okay, yeah, I don't need to fight. It's not necessary.
But remember, this is social media. So they're setting this example in Philly. So children in New York be like, oh, word? People are making money for now. Tell me not to fight and pay me money. Like, they say, so how many people are you going to do it with? And then how much money does the school have? School will run out of money if you're rewarding everybody for not fighting. Like, what example are you setting to people everywhere, other elementary schools all over America, all over the world?
That is left for them to come up with their own plan. It's not always monetary rewards. Good behavior, they could be any type of reward. It must not be money.
It can maybe help their conduct grades, because I know in some schools, like you go to private school, you have like conduct grades.
I don't agree. Everything. No. Cancel.
So speaking about money, we're going to move on. Doctors in Canada are protesting over their pay. So they are being paid too much money and they want it to be cut.
You know saying?
So
too much what?
Too much pay, too much juice, too much sauce.
Exactly.
First world problems.
I know, right? Wow. So more than 500 doctors and residents have signed petitions because they feel that their pay is too much. They want it to be cut so that it can be used in other parts.
Nigerian doctors that are trying to run away to Canada will faint. They say, no money, they can't find.
No, but that's funny. Like the doctors say their pay is too much.
Yes.
So what do they want?
They're being paid over $250,000 a year,
annually.
And now they've just added more.
I should go and further my studies.
Yeah, and now they've added more to it. So what they're saying is like it's more than enough. And the laws in Canada are a bit different from here. That's why a lot of Americans actually move to Canada, because they feel like there's a better life there. There are like better benefits, and overall it's a better system
right.
there.
So it's no longer the American dream, it's the Canadian dream.
They're not focused. They're not money hungry. They're not focused on this capitalist society like we are here in the US. And this is as a Nigerian. This is shocking. This is shocking.
But you are not in the medical field now.
But half of my people come to America to be in the medical profession. If they are not coming for pharmacy, they are coming for nursing.
Nursing number one.
Exactly.
Everybody's a nurse.
Everybody.
Even somebody that not do biology in Africa, they just come there nursing school.
If it's not nursing, it's that CNA. They come here and do CNA. Like everybody say, I say I'm looking for work. They say, oh, you're not going to be a nurse. I'm like, it's not everybody that came to do nursing. So. And then we know that many Nigerians leave Nigeria to be doctors elsewhere. They study medicine because they know they're going to be paid more elsewhere. So I just imagine how they would feel hearing this news that, our country no grip pay us even up to. Right. Una don't get more done. It's like, do you understand? Like, you have to understand that level of contentment. Do you know that level of contentment that you already know that this is too much?
Well, this is what the group said. They said they are offended that they would receive raises and more pay when some of the nurses and the patients are struggling.
Right.
Wow.
Listen, I know a lot of my friends and people that I know are doctors and nurses, and every time I ask them, even when we were in college, like, what are you studying? Oh, nurses. Oh, why did you want to be a nurse? Oh, because of money, or they pay much. I've yet to meet an African, a Ghanaian nurse that said, because I'm very passionate about nursing. I want to save lives. They all go into, either my mom wanted me to be a nurse, or I'm going into it because of money. So none of the people I know will sign this petition. None of the people I know will be on the front line protesting more pay. Protesting more pay while your mother is in the village looking for money.
But I mean, also they work really, really hard. I have a few doctors and nurses in my family, and it's like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of schooling, and literally that time when you enter your official nursing classes or your medical classes, you literally have no life. When I say literally loans that they have to pay back, sometimes it takes them over 10 years to pay the loans back, number one. And number two, they have no life. Like, I remember when my mom was doing her nursing school, I remember for like 2-3 years, she like she wasn't going to any family functions, nothing. Like, so they deserve the money that they're making because they work hard. And then working in that field is stressful itself. Imagine being an ER doctor. Being in that environment for 12 hours. Let's say another doctor calls out, or there's a snowstorm, or there's an overload, and you have to work another 12-hour shift. That means you're there for 20. It is stressful. So they deserve all the money they get. But it's very hard touching, and I think it can only happen in Canada.
In Canada, but
it
how
can never
about
happen here.
You take the money though, take the money and then use some of it to help whoever you want to help. But how about doing that?
But then I feel like they're thinking about the budgeting in general, like thinking that the money can go to other people. And then think not everybody, just because they are being nice enough to say it's too much, doesn't mean that they generally want to take their own money and give to other people.
No, because the reason I said that is you don't know what other people are going through as well.
Yeah.
So you probably would not need the money, but I need it. Because of where I came from, like I need.
So if they're talking about the nurses and their patients, so like maybe they want the hospital to budget. Okay, if there are patients that come to the hospital that can't pay their bills, let that money be available for them instead of them knowing it personally. Do you understand?
But
because
in Canada already, I believe their healthcare is like
Canada
free.
is a very developed country.
Their healthcare is free, so it doesn't matter.
Even their population strength is not so much. There's so many parts of the country that people don't even live, so they don't have a lot of medical practitioners. And definitely what they're doing is just to try to empower them the more. But don't forget there's only 500 people that signed the petition.
Yeah.
So we might have over 10,000 doctors that are not complaining.
Only
500.
I'm shocked for hearing this news because they're probably in Canada watching the news like, wait, what? I didn't sign this.
Exactly.
I need my money.
Only 500. That's nothing compared to the whole population of medical practitioners.
I like how they're bringing attention to this though, because like teachers get paid like $40,000-$50,000 a year.
Where, in Canada or in America?
In America. I'm not Canada. It's not the same. I don't know how much they get paid there, but it is important to bring light to this. Even police officers, they don't get paid enough. Like a lot of regular jobs don't get paid enough. So it's an important thing to bring up, to bring people's attention to it, that, the pay needs to be fair, it needs to be equal. Yes, doctors save lives, but teachers are also with our kids. They're with our kids. Most teachers spend more time with their kids than the parents do. Your child comes home from school 4 or 5, your child is going to bed at 8. He just spent all day with the teacher. They shouldn't be getting paid $40,000 a year. They should be getting way more than that.
Most of there are some specific workers that deserve better pay.
Yes,
but
definitely.
like every walk of life, if that is the case, then even a cleaner in a hotel or cleaner anywhere.
How can you compare cleaner in a hotel to a teacher that's spending time with your baby?
Is your
Niger brother?
Are you going to sleep in a dirty hotel room?
Everybody deserves better pay.
Who sent you to hotel? Like, you don't have friends to stay with? Stop that. No.
Everybody deserves a better pay. So if 500 doctors think the money is too much for them, no problem. The remaining 99,000 doctors, they don't think that way. Me, I'm going back to medical school to complete my studies.
I doubt that.
And I'm going to Canada. What do you mean you doubt that? Watch. I'm going to Canada.
They're making a lot
way
of money.
more money at the
I think the doctors.
You name no enter.
I think the doctors should keep the money, and the rappers making all the millions and millions. We need to take some of the money from them because they're using it to buy chains and.
But that's my point exactly. If we had better teachers, our kids wouldn't grow up and make the type of trash music. Didn't someone just make this statement this week?
Yes,
I think Samuel L. Jackson.
Jackson.
He just even made this statement as well, that the teachers are underpaid.
No, but his
it makes
point,
the teachers
I
miserable.
don't think I agree with his point. He said that, how about the government stop patronizing these rappers and then give the money to the teachers so that when they raise the kids will write better music and they won't be bringing out this trash music.
But he does have a point. He does have a point.
Canada doctors, I think you guys are doing a great job. It wouldn't be me. I don't have the heart to do that. I need my coins. But kudos to you guys. Good luck. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on these topics. This is the ABS show. You're watching MinaTV. Bye.
Thanks for watching. And if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.